Oh, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to that podcast here on YouTube. It's your host, Newt. Yeah, I'll start throwing my name out there here and there. Cody LL Lane 618, sir. I think it's 618. Yeah. Refers to me when you probably Newt. Yeah, you did this. I'm like, oh, okay. And my last name's not that hard. I'm not that hard to find. Hell. On Facebook, of all places, there's only two people with my name. Me and one other dude. I was like, as I tell people, I meet somebody, hey, I'm on Facebook. Well, what's your name? I tell them, how am I going to trust me? It's going to be easy to figure out which one's me. There's one guy that looks like he is 100% Asian. And there'll be another guy who usually has a comic avatar, and you look at everything's comic books and wrestling. Speaking of comics and horror, we got Tales, Too Terrible to Tell, issue 6. I'm going to slide this out back. This is from NEC, which is New England Comics. They are the company that's best known for the Tick. This is one of those things that I don't hear anybody talking about this anymore, and I love this series. This is one, I remember these were in the comic shop, and I wasn't picking on my own, man, because I was of the mindset at the time. This is what I've been told. I had done my research. That's why you got to do your research, folks. That all the pre-code horror that was not from EC was just horrible junk. It wasn't worth reading. Don't bother with it. It's horrible. EC's the only one's worth the shit. And that was just kind of... I blame that on the damn hippies. Because y'all know why the EC stuff skyrocketed in price. Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead. When the Grateful Dead started touring and making money, Jerry Garcia, every time they go to a new town, he'd stop in the comic shop and buy a shit pile of EC comics. He loved EC, and I love EC. Dealers started noticing this and started jacking up the prices. Well, this is pre-code horror that is public domain that NEC is going to publish. Give me a second. I'm fixing to sneeze. Give me a second. I'm sorry if I sneeze right back. I'm going to try not to. And give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that, y'all. I got sniffles with our weather changing. I actually had a little scare the other day. I'll put this out there. If you check my other channel, which is DIY Mississippi Filmers, go look it up if you love wrestling. That's what it's, wrestling and wrestling memorabilia. Usually matches, interviews, and the memorabilia videos like I do for this channel. We went to a show in Richland, Mississippi. We had 6 of us come up from my area. Richland's about an hour away. It's a little town outside of Jackson. It's probably like one of the little places that started when all the people fled Jackson, and it's become its own town. It was Battle Zone Championship Wrestling Show. Good show. Well, the day before filming, one of the guys on the show called and messaged me. I was like, "Look, guys, I'm sorry. I just tested positive for the COVID virus, so you might want to test yourselves." I'm like, "Shit, I've been sneezing for a couple of days." So I took the test myself. I'm good. My father who went with us is good, so we're good. But what was I going with that? I don't remember. Fuck it. $350. These were expensive. They're 76 pages. This is one where in the comic shop, I remember seeing them. I just didn't buy them. Like I said, I knew, I always thought the pre-code shit that was not, EC wasn't worth reading. And then back, oh God, it was 2005 or 6. I discovered this website where they had pre-code or any complex public domain scans to read. I started reading stuff that went in EC. I'm like, man, this stuff is good. There's some good, some bad. And I got into it. So I started looking these up, and these things go for a lot of money now. This one's not in the best shape, so I got it fairly cheap. I got this from my online comic shop. And what it was, they just reprinted a pile. This was fall 92. Wow. They just reprinted a pile. This stuff is on newsprint. Of course, it's black and white, but like, look at this art. Let me move this over. Look at this gorgeous art. And I am of the mind, I actually prefer my comics in black and white. I can see the lines better. I can see the detail better. Now, part of that is I am partially colorblind. I've told this before on here. I did not know till I don't know if I turned 16. I think I was 15. I went to 15. I did a delayed entry for the Army. I signed up. I ended up signing up and going to take my first physical before I took my one before I went in. And when they didn't give me the colorblindness test, they're like, yeah, you're partially colorblind. Blue, green, and purple look so similar to me, I have trouble telling them apart. So, I've had people notice, you wear a lot of blue and green. I was like, yeah, because they look similar to me. I have trouble telling them apart. So, black and white comics work better for me. And they gave you a lot of information on all these stuff, like artist information. Like, look at this, man. This is The Reluctant Witch. It's just great line work. And I think they did about 12 issues of this, and they were trying to do, and I think it's slightly oversized. Let me see. I got a comic laying around. I got a comic within reach. Yeah, see, it's a little bit wider. But NEC stuff usually was. That's the only thing bad about it is like the Tick for the longest time, the original one was a little bit wide. Eternal Love. And now I flipped through this. I have not read this yet. I just flipped through it when I got it. And I wish they would do a big trade that reprints all this, but I don't think there's enough to make. Because most of the stuff now, all of you can pretty much, if you know where to look, you find it for download for free, legal. Then you have companies like Wandonalon who put out the collections and others, so I don't know how much man there'd be. I'd buy it. The Last Man Returns. I think I've read one of these. Fear-Filled Facts. Cartoonists use pretty girls as filler. Horror comics right your mind. And they would have some new stuff in there. Toaster Possessed by Satan. See, this is one of the new things. Chapter 6. It's about Superior Comics, which actually put out some really cool stuff, man. Let's see. Journey into Fear. Strange Mysteries. Demon in Disguise. I wish I could find out. I remember there's one of these old pre-code horror comics. Got the guy looking through like the glass at the woman, and when you can see through the glass, it's skull, and without outside the glass, her face is flesh. That was on the Die Die My Darling Misfit single. Saw that for years, just thought it was a piece of art, and I'm realizing, it's an old pre-code horror comic art that the Misfits stole. I don't know if they even knew back then that it was public domain. Sorry, I'm drinking because my throat's real scratchy. Ace Comics and all these covers, man. This magazine is haunted. And see, and the other way I got into these was, and it's probably around this time, a little bit before then, is there's a series from Eclipse in my days called Seduction of the Innocent. They reprinted code stuff. Well, what happened was there was a comic shop over in Mobile, Alabama called Sincere Comics. And I would go there, and I go about once a week, and I usually have about $20 to spend. My monthly comics were about $10. They had cheap bins. Now, cheap bins back then were usually 25 cents a comic, but if the right clerk was there, he'd hook me up. Oh man, just 10 cents. We're trying to get rid of that stuff. I picked up a full run Seduction of the Innocent because I thought about, that's that book by Frederick Wortham. That's what I thought it was. It was pre stuff, and I read it. I was like, this is another reason I started pre-code. Non-DEC pre-code is really good. Iceman Cometh. I don't care where you come as long as you clean it up. I've been watching I watched Rocky Horror Picture Show like 3 times in the past 2 weeks, so I'm gonna be throwing out Rocky lines here. The Final Horror. Just some gorgeous. The Return of Professor Black. And some of these, the art reproduction is not the best, but at this time you could not find this stuff. I mean, 92, the internet was around, but you didn't have scans. And could you imagine downloading a comic scan on whatever kind of dial-up they had? 1992, James Bayless, sir. If you are watching this, comment down below. You're my tech guy. In 1992, what was the fastest modem you get? What baud was that? Was it like 16, 12? I know it was slow. This is letters people wrote in. Coming next issue on. Now, they also did some other titles like this. Tales of Terrible Tale, Extinct, Hitler, Anti-Hitler Comics. And there's another guy called Buried Terror. Oh, look at these covers. Called Buried Terror or something like this. And I have that. It's got a horrible cover with great stuff on the inside. I just like that, NEC did something that was really good besides the Tick. Because I love the Tick. That's one where I started on that like issue. I want to say issue 3 was the newest issue. Because I got issue 2 first print and issue 1 I think I got a second print. It was out by then. And I read it all the way to the end, all the way to issue 12. Did not follow the next series. I can't remember what it was called. I did not get back into the Tick until the Looney Bin trilogy. But NEC, there's a little fold right there. But look at these great covers, man. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. And if you did, leave a comment below and tell me, what company that put out pre-code horror that is your favorite. I like Ace. I like a lot of stuff from Ace. I thought Superior had some good stuff. All of them, pretty much all of them I've read had at least something decent. There's none of them that are 100% bad, but what was that company's name? Oh, give me a second here. Zip Davis. Zip Davis always had great covers. But I'm out. Remember, if you like to give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye bye.